2 seconds. All right, we're in. We're in. Good morning, guys. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Let me just fix you guys up here. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome back. Let me just make sure that we are all up and good. 2 seconds. Audio and video good. Awesome. Thank you, man. Welcome back, everyone. Happy Wednesday, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Lots to cover on Goldie today. Our daily highs got hit. Remember yesterday we were talking about price to come down and grab these lows before hitting highs. It got grabbed absolutely beautifully. So hopefully you guys did take them gold buys yesterday, because it was a very, 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 very nice breakout right into all of our liquidity levels. Absolutely beautiful. Amazing trades in Asia, amazing trades in London that we took together, and then amazing breakouts into New York. You have to excuse me, guys. I've got hay fever since being here for some reason. But yeah, let's see what we get for today. Anyone who wasn't here yesterday, we had some amazing gold buys yesterday. We took some lovely gold buys here on stream. Then you finally broke out yesterday, 3 p.m. London time, and then ended up having a beautiful, beautiful push. Beautiful push. So it was yeah, I mean, it did chop for quite some time, but if you let price come to you, wait for the breakout. You know, this was our level that we gave in the London session. Price from here to here, 70 ticks. Just simply waiting for price to close above a very simple level of resistance. You know, this is the same levels that we had yesterday. Body closure above, held it, squeeze higher. Really, really, really nice. Drinking espresso, enjoying with there, yeah. Let me just get the currency chart up here. 2 seconds. Let's have a look. So, before we do anything, guys, let's have a quick look at the news for the day. I don't believe we have anything today. I think it's more so Thursday this week. Let me just have a quick look here. Yeah, so nothing of interest today. But then on Thursday, we do have GDP, 1:30 London time. So, that'll be interesting. Oh, look, they got Nvidia earnings today as well. So, no high impact US dollar news specifically. But we can see you got some Nvidia earnings there. And then what we've got tomorrow. Initial jobless claims tomorrow. US GDP, that'll be, that's 2:30 Switzerland time, but 1:30 London time, guys. There's a 1 hour ahead. So let's see what we get for the day, guys. See if we get some trades here on gold. You had a nice bit of a sell-off yesterday into Asia. After I took my, after we took our London trade yesterday. What was our trade from yesterday? These are the buys we took here yesterday. After that trade, I was pretty much done for the rest of the day. You know, we took like 50 ticks in the London session. There wasn't any real need or desire to want to sit around and watch it even more. But you did end up coming down, tagging the lows. Look at this absolute perfection. Came down, tagged the lows one more time, and then where did you come to? Straight to the highs. So, again, we played the levels from below this low up into these highs here. They came all the way back down for these lows, and they came all the way back up into the highs. You had some very, very, very nice moves yesterday. So, give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me just grab a tissue. Apologies. Like I said, I've got hay fever, so you've got to bear with me. I'll be 2 seconds. I'm going to grab a tissue, and then we'll break down gold and see what we get for the day. 2 seconds, guys. Drinking espresso and enjoying the day. Absolutely. That's what I kind of did yesterday. You know, we got the very nice trade on gold yesterday. I think I took about 50 ticks. And then, yeah, went to enjoy Switzerland, which is great. And then did see this. I did come back and watch this nice breakout here into the end of New York session when Trump was talking as well. But it was too late in the day for me to want to actually trade this. But it was a lovely, lovely continuation here as well. So Now, the only thing to note here on gold is the daily has closed with a no top wick. Now, it's not very often you see gold close bullish with no top wick, but no top wick can mean that we can sometimes reverse. Like you guys say, we talk about it on the 4 hour as well. You know, if you get a bullish 4 hour closure with no top wick, it sometimes means you can have a bit of a reversal, which we can kind of see. That's what we're doing first thing here in Asia as well. Hey, Coach Hoop, good morning, man. Good morning. Nvidia will be Nvidia after the bell will be the show. Yeah, absolutely. I did have some holds in Nvidia, but I did close everything. But yeah, I'll be very big for NQ. To me, NQ looks interesting as well. I think NQ is like a big make or break level right now. I think we're going to squeeze a little bit higher. But yeah, the earnings will be very, very, very interesting. What is Nvidia at right now? I closed. Where are we? Peaking around 180s. Yeah, nice. I was buying Nvidia back at 120s, but I got out about 160. And now you're still squeezing a little bit higher here. So let me just go back to gold. So we had a very good daily read yesterday, guys. And this is why reading higher time frames is so important. You guys who were here yesterday, what did we say was the idea for yesterday? For price to come down, tag daily lows, grab the liquidity, and then come for the daily highs. Well, that's exactly what we did. So that daily flip yesterday, you know, ended up giving over 325 ticks. Now, you're not going to catch all of the 325 ticks, of course, but you know, if you can get half of that or 100 of that, that's very, very, very good. So lovely call yesterday on the daily time frame on gold. You know, the easier you can find to read the higher time frame, the easier your life will be trying to understand the lower time frame. Like I said to you guys, don't open your chart, go straight to the 5 minute, and then try and read which way we're going to break out. To me, the higher time frame is very, very key. So grab the lows, lovely breakout yesterday, have come back into some very, very big resistance, which if you can see here, look at this. This is huge, huge resistance again on gold. Massive, massive resistance. So we're back at that weekly resistance. We've bounced off the weekly support. Now, although I do like gold to squeeze higher, an initial reaction from this resistance is completely normal. We're not just going to blast through it, you know, with no news and plain sailing. We know we're going to find some resistance up here. We're going to have a bit of a pullback, and then maybe we can see some long. So these are the levels from yesterday. They got hit very, very, very well. Previous 4 hour here on gold is bearish. Bearish with a top wick. Look at this. To me, looks like we're going to have a little bit of a rollover here. Maybe you might trap in some early buyers. It's not really a level. You know, like I said, I do like the longs on gold, but I don't really like the longs from here. And to be honest, I don't really want to see price close back into this range, because this is the range that we were stuck in yesterday. Now, although we did get a good London trade in this range, we did it after a big liquidity grab. We did it with the liquidity grab, sorry. But if we close right back into it, gold could get a little bit choppy in here. Now, I don't want it to, of course, but I'm just saying, always read the markets from that neutral perspective. So, intraday support here, nice resistance, broke out yesterday, held it, squeezed higher. Nice support being formed from yesterday's breakout level. So let's see, are we going to hold this and break above, or are we going to close back into the range? Ideally, we close back above. But you know, what we want to happen and what are going to happen are two very different things. If we can close above, amazing. You know, maybe we can play some longs back up into this sort of maybe left shoulder as your head. Potentially come up for that right shoulder before then maybe having a little bit of a squeeze lower. And a closure above this range, that would be about, you know, about 60 to 70 ticks, which again is very nice. We took 50, we took about 50 ticks yesterday, so another 50 here today, or whatever the markets give us would be great. But this range from, let me just see, because that's all we're really doing in London, guys. Remember, we're just trying to look for the range. What's the range today? That's all we're doing. We're playing just range to range. So this range here is about 40 ticks. This is a very choppy range. But from this range, from all the way up into these highs, that's an 80 tick range. Well, I'd rather be trading from here to here than getting stuck anywhere in here and anywhere below here. So if we can get back above here at the London Open, which is in 60 minutes, we'll see if we can get some potential longs on gold. I won't drop to low time frame just yet. Maybe a quick look at the 30. Yeah, 30 is broken above. You'd want to see this 30 continue pushing higher. You kind of hold that nice. You have a nice A nice bounce here at, what was that, 6 a.m. Came down, grabbed the lows, held the support. Potential buys at 6:30 here for a nice little squeeze. So yeah, we'll see what we get for the London Open. Great call on silver yesterday. Missed my timing on that move, but you were spot on. Nice, let's have a look. I didn't actually have a look at silver. I forgot to check how silver went, but yeah, we did call some very, very nice longs. I didn't quite get to the highs. I mean, you did kind of, you know, get back up here. To be honest, I think you're still going to see silver squeeze higher. So to me, silver didn't really play out like I wanted. I thought you were going to see silver come up and tag some highs. So I do still like longs on silver. You know, nice daily candle closure. I do still like the longs here up into these highs. But it doesn't really move too much just yet. Let's have a look. Long from Asia sweep was nice for NQ. Let's have a look at NQ. So this was NQ yesterday. Where's this range? So this is our London range that we decided. This is what I said to you guys yesterday. You know, don't try and trade within here. I know some of you guys said you were trying to take some big shorts, but you're just trading a range. I mean, sometimes when you're just trading a range, you just got to take price for what it is. It's just ranging. You can drop down to 5 minute and think you can see something and convince yourself there's a trade, but we want to be looking for quality over quantity. But yeah, there is a nice grab here in Asia. You had this very nice, very, very nice breakout here. Was this more so Asia? Yeah, more so towards the end of the day. You broke above 23.5 here. A nice psychological key level, 23,500. You held it, ended up having a beautiful breakout. So yeah, I do like NQ to come up and tag these highs here. These are the highs from the 22nd, which if you look at this daily time frame, you know, you did close, daily time frame. Very nice and bullish yesterday. Look at this. Came down, tagged previous day lows, held 23,500, which we haven't closed back below since we closed back above it here on the 22nd. So to me, last week's high, daily high, not last week's high. Last week's high is still pretty high. But this daily high here looks very nice. What was that, Friday's high? Yeah, Friday's high. Friday's high looks like a decent target on NQ. So we'll see what... got a nice... Let's see. Is there any London trades here? You got a nice 5-minute morning star, 30-minute morning star here. 30-minute morning star at a level of support where, you know, you'd probably get a lot of people... Let's have a look here. You get a lot of people jumping in longs, sitting the stops just down below the low. Come down, tags the lows, holds it beautifully at 6:30 again, and then you're having a nice push here at 7 a.m. So if you can get a continuation push here, yeah, I do like the look of NQ here. Maybe it looks a little bit nicer than gold. Depending on what gold gives us for London session, it may look a little bit nicer. Let's have a look. Let me see your guys' questions here. Nice GC shorts below 34.20. 34.20. Yep, definitely, yep. 34.20. Get back below this area, back below this range, then yeah, you could have a decent pullback. You'd be coming back all the way back down into probably all the way back down to these levels, which I agree. Yeah, that would be a very nice range. What would that be? I think that's quite a while away, but yeah, about 100 tick range. Sells below 34.20. Yeah, I agree. That does look nice. I don't know if we'll get that low in the London session, but we'll see. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, man. Good morning. How are you, man? I'm good, thank you, man. I'm good. Doing good. Hope you're doing well as well. Appreciate you tuning in. Short at 34.31. Short at 34.31. Yep, around here. Targeting 34.25. So you're short around about... Good job for sharing your trade, man. Not a lot of people share their trades that they're in until they've actually played out, so nice to see a trade in real time. Whether it wins or loses, doesn't matter. So you're short into 25.4. So just looking to play this little bit of range. Yeah, I mean, it depends where your stops are. But yeah, you may come down and retest some lows one time. I think this hourly closure is going to be very key. If we close back above this, we may squeeze a little bit higher. But if we hold below it, yeah, I can see your trade. I can see reasons for that. We've got 10 minutes till the London Open here as well, guys. But yeah, feel free to send over trades like that. You guys on Zoom, you guys can share actual screenshots as well. So yeah, we'll see what Goldie gives us today. You get a little bit of a gap down on the currency there. A little bit of a gap down, pull back. Nice, nice sell-off. Yeah, I don't really want to see gold get back into here, because that was a very, very messy yesterday from a very, very messy range yesterday. So I kind of want to see us hold above, maybe even here. If we close above this level, great. But to be honest, as long as we hold this level here, we can see if we can squeeze it. Because that was that nice breakout level from yesterday. We'll pull them back. If we hold it, you know, could we come back up into daily highs? Possible. I would be more so reacting to this head and shoulders first. Maybe I'd secure some partials or move stops to break even. But if we can break this, then great. We should be give them daily highs and 34.50. So let's see. We got 10 minutes till London Open here, guys. See what Goldie gives us for the day. We'll have a look at some other markets as well. I'm using the 5-minute entry. Does levels in that time frame matter, or is it just noise? Bit of both. Bit of both. It is noise, but if your direction is based on a higher time frame, it can give you just lower time frame breakouts following your higher time frame. It's pretty much what we did yesterday. We took 5-minute breakout of this level, but it wasn't just a 5-minute breakout. It was a 30-minute fake out. It was a 4-hour liquidity wick, and it was an hour liquidity wick as well. So you can, I mean, personally, I say to you guys, don't worry too much about the 5-minute. The 5-minute can be, yeah, the hardest time frame to trade on gold. But if you're doing all your analysis in your direction based off the high time frame, and you're just using the 5-minute to maybe trigger entries, then you know that's fine as well. Whichever you prefer. If you feel like you don't have much success trading on the 5-minute, then just stop trading the 5-minute. I know a lot of people. Oh, where are we going? Sorry, guys. I know a lot of people who have just completely stopped trading the 5-minute just because they weren't having good success with it. So it's like, that's good. Find which is your sweet spot, at which time frame you want to actually trade. So for me, what I recommend to you guys is, I like to trade the 5-minute because we're here together. But some people get so focused on the 5-minute, especially in a range like yesterday. You can get so focused on the 5-minute and convince yourself there's so many trades within this range, and you just get chopped up all day long. And you look back at the high time frame and you go, oh wow, I was doing absolutely nothing. Like, you get caught up in ranges like this. Or you look back and you go, oh yeah, I would have shorted this here. If you tried to short this every other time here, you would have got chopped up all day long. So 5-minute for entry, only once the high time frame has confirmed. I've stopped trading the 5-minute, but I've definitely caught some great trades out of the 5-minute breakout. Yeah, same, man. Same. You can get some great trades in the 5-minute. You can also get just as good and as easy and less stressful trades on the 30-minute and higher. So depends on how you want to trade it. But like I say, don't use the 5-minute to try and pick trade direction. That's not how the 5-minute is supposed to be used. If you try and pick direction off the 5-minute, you, like I say, you will get chopped up all day long. Four hour, 1 hour and 30, definitely tier 1. Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, 4 hour, hourly, and 30-minute, fantastic. I agree. Very, very, very nice time frames. Very nice time frames. We have 1 hour resistance, and it looks like the hourly looks like it took out hourly highs and flipped. Could you see a potential short? I mean, I kind of already give my range where I said don't trade, so you can, but if you don't mind getting stuck in something like this, then sure. If you have downside targets, you don't just take a flip of an Audi candle just because it's a flip. If you have reasons to go short, you got liquidity levels below or you got clear targets, you can sell it. For me though, I won't short it because I'm not willing to get caught up in this. Because these are ranges that you get chopped up in for hours and hours and hours. And not only is it mentally draining, by the time it actually breaks out, you can end up just getting chopped in here all day and then you'll regret it. So for me personally, I won't short this flip on gold because I simply just won't trade in here. Because here to here is just complete noise. If I want to short gold, you know, I want to see a decent closure back below. But then again, I go look at my high time frame. Is my high time frame for this week so far and towards the end of last week, is it bullish or bearish? Well, it's bullish. So kind of comes back to what I said yesterday. If you you know, when this 30-minute was, what was it yesterday, was breaking out here, if you try to jump in short just because you want to go short, just because you want to be in a trade, you'll miss the very easy continuation trades. Lovely continuation trades. So for me, the only real downside target you have is previous 4-hour lows. So if you look at this hourly flip, so you've got 4-hour lows here. If you're taking the hourly flip, again, I'm not saying to you guys don't take it, I'm just saying the reasons as to why I won't take this. So you got stops above that hourly high, you got break even at previous 4-hour lows, negative risk to reward, to then maybe hope you come fill this range, or unless you just start drawing an imaginary risk to reward. A lot of people just, you know, start drawing risk to rewards just that are completely imaginary. You don't actually have targets down here. You're looking at this risk reward and go, oh, I'm going to go for a 1 to 5. Unfortunately, it's not how the markets move. The markets, unfortunately, don't care about our risk to reward. So for me, the maximum you can really get here is maybe a 1 to 1. If I'm going to go for a 1 to 1 risk to reward today, I think I'm going to have a better 1 to 1 than trying to trade in this. If you wanted a 1 to 1, you could have just taken this breakout yesterday and you would have got 1 to 1 risk to reward in. Very, very simple trade. Currency chart's already in the range. Oh, yes, it is. Yep. Good spot ban. Yeah, it is. Let me see. Yeah, currency's already in the range. Good spot ban. Good spot. See, the currency looks good to come down to hourly lows, but like I say, it's too messy of a range. It's not a high probability setup. So yeah, I can see price needing to come into the lows because the currency chart hasn't actually grabbed the hourly lows from 5 AM. But like I say, flipping this down into there, 30 ticks, too messy. Is the 1 minute a easy time frame to trade? I don't trade it personally. Not for gold. I don't trade it. I think some people like trade it, but no, personally, it's just not. It's too. For me, it just sounds. Yeah, it just sounds too stressful and unnecessary. Does not say you can't if you like to. You know, maybe your plan follows well in the 1 minute, or it suits your personality. But no, for me, if I trade, even the 5 minute can be choppy. You go back, like I say, you look at the high time, it just moves much nicer. I think people who are trading the 1 minute are trying to get some sort of like dopamine fix to get in and out of a trade. Gold doesn't move that fast. Gold on the 1 minute will likely just chop you up all day long. So easy to trade? I wouldn't say so. Possible to trade? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Yeah, Goldie back into the range on the currency. So the currency, you look at the hour lows, makes sense. You know, you've got 5 AM lows to come down and target. If you get a top wick on the next hour, you could short it. But like I say, there's just no risk to reward for me to want to sell this, unfortunately. Because, you know, I'd be risking off previous hourly highs, targeting hourly lows, 0.8 risk reward. I'm risking 45 ticks to hope to maybe make 37. Like I say, I can draw an imaginary risk reward tool, but realistically, these lows here are the current liquidity because you didn't grab the lows here before pushing up, so them hourly lows would be would be my only real target. But let's see, we've got London open in 1 minute here, guys. Let's see. Let's see what we get. We'll have a look at NQ as well. We'll break down some currency charts. Anything else you guys are looking at, feel free to send it over. We can look at some different markets. Doesn't have to just be doesn't just have to be gold. We can break it all down here this morning. 22 seconds. Let's have a look. How's NQ on that hourly? A little bit. See, NQ here looks a little bit bearish. You came up, tagged the highs. You're wicking back down. NQ looks like you might get a bit of a pullback here. You just tapped into that previous hourly high and started to reject. The nicer thing about shorting NQ as opposed to gold is, well, you have a much nicer range to short into. Let's have a look here at NQ. So 30-minute tag the highs, close bearish. You just tag the lows, wicking back up. Gold wick the highs, close a little bit doji. London open here, guys. You may get a potential short on NQ. Gold, like I say, I'm not gonna trade that range. So you may get something on NQ. Let's have a look. But again, if you guys normally trade gold, don't just start trading NQ just because gold's not giving you anything right now. I'm just looking at it to see if there's anything of interest. Let's have a look. Goldie. What are we up to, Goldie? Had that hourly close. So, hourly kind of closed bullish doji. Couldn't close above. Couldn't close below. So, you'd say the current range on gold right now is like here. Here to here. Let's have a look at this on a lower time frame. So, you've got support here. You've got a nice fake out level here. How big is this range? 20 ticks. Let me just plug this light in, guys. Sorry, 2 seconds. Let's have a look here, guys. Let's have a look. Would you consider there to be a daily fake out at resistance level on the currency? Well, the daily's probably similar. I mean, daily's not closed yet. The daily fake out at resistance, well, you'd be thinking about that tomorrow. The daily's not closed yet. The daily's only just opened. I don't predict fake outs. I let fake outs happen and then I react to them. Same as this yesterday, you know, if you were, when this was looking so bearish, if you were thinking, oh, this is going to be a massive daily breakout, we're going to go short, well, then you missed this simple continuation trade. Tagged lows and closed bullish. If this daily flips bullish, not saying it has to, but if this daily flips bullish and you're thinking it's going to be a fake out, you're going to look back and go, why on earth was I trying to short that? Grab lows, close bullish. If it continues ripping up, you will massively kick yourself. Your job is never to predict a fake out. Your job is simply to react to it. If we close bearish today, then tomorrow you go, okay, cool. There's your daily fake out. Now you go short. I don't really care too much about thinking too much. I just react. If price closes bearish today, say today price closes like this all the way down here, then come in tomorrow, go, cool, oh, cool. Nice daily fake out. Now I'll go short. Super simple. Same as last week. This closes bullish. Cool. There's my daily fake out. Now I go long. But before this candle's closed, I'm not trying to think, this might be a daily fake out. I'm going to try and be the first one in. It's like, yeah, it might be. But I'm not here to trade off what might happen. I'm here to trade off candle closures. And this is the reason everyone gets such amazing backtesting results and such poor live trading results. Because when you're backtesting, you're reacting to candle closures. So just let the candle close and then I think But yeah, I also agree. I think it could be a daily fake out. But I'm not going to start shorting it just because I think it could be a daily fake out. But I agree, yeah. Massive weekly resistance. No top wick on yesterday's candle. It easily could be. But that's the key word. Could. Could be a daily fake out. Who cares? We're not here to be right or wrong. We're here to see candle closures and react. Gold have a nice squeeze down here. If you guys are in the shorts, remember the lows from 5 AM would be a decent target. I don't really have anything too much lower than that. NQ having a little bit of a squeeze. I do like this potential short on NQ. To me, NQ looks nicer than gold. Currency hasn't grabbed the lows just yet, guys. So if you are short, it'd be good level to manage. 50 ticks short. Nice, nice, nice. There you go, man. Good job. TP 26.3. 26.3. Yeah, nice. Very nice. I think you're very likely to tag these lows now. If gold's going to have a push up higher, it's going to tag the lows. Nice short, man. Good job. 50 ticks is amazing. You got it at 31.3. 31.3. Yeah, beautiful. Great entry, and right at that resistance level at 7 AM. Very, very nice work, man. Beautiful work. Let's have a look. I just had a quick look at the chat, and there is. You guys can see the timing of my candles at the bottom, right? You guys can see the number written at the bottom. You can see we're trading the London session. But you can see the times at the bottom. You can assume if we're trading the London session, it's probably set to the London time zone. You can also see here it says UTC +1. And like when I give you guys the timing of the news, I say 1:30 London time or 2 PM London time. So you can assume that my charts are probably set to the London time zone. So if I say the 5 AM candle, I'm referring to the 5 AM London candle. This is not New York session. I'll come back later. This is New York, man. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. UTC +1. Let's have a look. Goldie back down at the support here. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%, Bruno. Barely. Well, I mean, even if you can't see it, you know I'm here trading the London session. I refer to everything based on London time. We have the London open. We got the London close. I think it's pretty. But yeah, anytime I say a timing, like 5 AM or 6 AM, I'm referring to London time, guys. London time. So yeah, Goldie kind of holding the support here. If we can fake back above here, like I say, I do like the longs. I think gold, even if gold's going to have a bit of a dip lower, and we're going to see gold, for whatever reason, have a bit of a pullback, I would say if I'm going to get short, it would be up here. And because I'm not really short, and I am looking for longs, then I can comfortably say, well, pretty much in any situation, I like this area. Because even if we're going to go short, I like these highs. Well, if we're going to go long, then we're going to break this level and push up anyway. Yeah, let me just have a quick look at the 4 hour and the currency. I think they're pretty similar at the minute now. Yeah, hasn't quite grabbed the highs. Let me see. I mean, if this 30-minute grabs lows and breaks back above, I do like this. Done, locked, profit. Have a good day, man. See you tomorrow. Amazing work, man. See you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Done by 8 AM London time. Great trade, man. 50 ticks is fantastic. Yes, I'm in Switzerland. Yep, I'm in Switzerland. Looking for NQ to sweep the 4 hour lows. Yeah, let's see. I think I like that. I like that. 4 hour. I mean, you kind of already have. Yeah, potential long. Yeah, I like that, Tim. Yeah, I like that. the thing is on NQ, you kind of already had. You came here, tagged the 4 hour lows here, held the support, and now you're trying to squeeze. That's what kind of. But what's also interesting here on NQ is, yeah, you did tag the 4 hour lows, but you also did just tag the 4 hour, hourly highs and failed to close above. So you're holding 4 hour support, you're holding intraday resistance. So I think NQ would be a smarter option to wait for a closure above or below one of these dotted lines. But yeah, I agree. I do like a bit of a pullback here. I like both. You know, I can see NQ coming up into Friday's high. I can also see NQ having a bit of a pullback. I prefer NQ longs based simply off yesterday's candle. You know, look at this yesterday. Came down, ripped the lows, closed very bullish. So buying this is the most logical trade to take right now. So I would prefer to see the longs. But buying NQ, you know, after previous hourly tagged hourly highs and wicked all the way back down is a little bit tough. So you'd probably want to see at least the first 15 of the London session here. Are you in Switzerland? Yeah, I'm in Switzerland. Sorry, I'm in Geneva. I've been to Zurich, Interlaken, and then here in Geneva. Goldie's still squeezing lower. Enki having a bit of a push higher here. Do you correlate the price action of GC to DXY? No, I don't look at the DXY, man, no. DXY is just basically just euro. It's like 70% made up of the euro. It's basically just the euro. It's not going to tell me anything ahead of time. I don't need to look at the DXY to know what it's doing purely based off what gold's doing. If gold's having a decent daily break, I could assume DXY is getting weaker. Hence my gold's going up. It's not going to tell me something that's I can't already see right here on gold. So, yeah, personally, don't look at it. You might look at it for like a, maybe a higher time frame understanding if you really want to. But no, I personally don't. Especially not for in-trade trading. It's just gonna, I think we spoke about this on fast markets last week. It's just gonna confuse you. You're gonna talk yourself out of trades because you think the DXY is not perfectly aligned with gold. Just take the trade. If you see a trade on gold, it's there. Just take it. The DXY isn't gonna help you understand what it's gonna do even more, especially not for in-trade trading. Indicator the dotted lines. These are just my liquidity levels that we draw on here. This isn't an indicator. This is my. I wish it was an indicator. This is my liquidity levels, where price comes down and tags previous highs and lows. Let me just grab some water here, guys. It'll be 2 seconds. We've got 15-minute close coming up here. Gold's still squeezing down here, guys. Coming for them 5 a.m. lows on the currency. If you are short, be open to managing as soon as you tag these lows. That's a 5 a.m. lows there. Anyone who was buying here on gold, setting the stops down to below this, you're very likely to come down and squeeze these lows. That flip of that 30 minutes. 35 ticks. I mean, it's not a bad scalp, but it's a very, very, very quick scalp. Futures already having a little bit of a dip lower. Where's that range? How much does the place cost tonight? Wasn't too much, considering how expensive Switzerland is. It wasn't too much. Combination is pretty. Airbnbs have been pretty alright here, actually. Just very expensive to eat out all the time. And like coffee and breakfast out all the time. It does get expensive, but yeah, Airbnbs haven't been too bad, to be honest, man. Do you usually? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I can cook if I want to. Sometimes I get a bit bored of eating all the time. I haven't really done too much here. Do you usually enter right after the hourly candle closes, or do you wait for a small pullback before getting in? Good question, man. Depends on the volume. You know, like yesterday's trade on gold, I didn't really wait for the hourly candle close. I was happy to get in before the hourly candle close because I could see the hourly was tagging a lot of 4-hour lows and starting to reject. So as soon as I see this hourly starting to reject like this, and it's starting to leave this big massive wick, then that's when I'll drop down to low time frame and then start to look for them breakouts. But if I am waiting for the hourly close, yeah, I want to see a little bit of pullback before chasing it. That was the one we took yesterday. So yesterday I didn't even wait for the hourly candle close. The hourly was already tagging. You know, you were tagging 4-hour lows. The hourly was already leaving a beautiful rejection. So I was happy to just take it from here to here. But yeah, if I was waiting for the hourly close or 30-minute close, yeah, I want to see it break above, a little bit of a pullback, and then see if I can get longs. That's why I said to you guys yesterday, you know, if you didn't get the longs here with us yesterday, I said to you guys, you know, don't try and buy it from up here. Because if you buy it from up here, you're trying to buy at resistance. But you want to be buying back down at the support. So depends on where you end up buying it if your liquidity levels haven't been hit. So gold's just hit their previous 5 a.m. candle lows, guys. If you are short, to me it's a good place to quickly manage the trade. I don't see too many more targets other than these lows here. So currency just hit them 5 a.m. lows beautifully. A bit too quick of a scalp for me to want to take it. I didn't really see a risk reward. I saw the short, didn't really see a risk reward. So I'm happy to sit out and watch, but it's a nice 36 tick little drop there. If you did take it, I don't really know where you go from these lows because you're kind of closing, like I say, back into this range. And at any point, you could wick back above. Especially when you see gold here in Asia. Like, what has gold done today in Asia? Well, Asia's kind of opened and just sold off. So London could easily have a decent bit of a pullback before then maybe you sell off later on. So if you are short, yeah, I wouldn't be holding a big short today, personally. NQ short's looking good as well. How high could NQ go? That's the question, man. That's what I'm trying to work out here. You know, that's what we're trying to work out with our longer term stock plays. Is this going to be, you know, the lows and we're going to see NQ break some all-time highs? It's a very big make or break level right now on NQ. I haven't really been buying too many stocks recently because I feel like we're kind of at a big make or break level. I kind of want to see NQ have a little bit of a pullback more before I was loading up more higher time frame plays. In terms of intraday, where could NQ go? I would say Friday's high makes the most logical place right now. Makes the most sense. I think anyone short in here probably stops above. As long as it hasn't been grabbed on ES, I think it looks good. Yeah, so you haven't grabbed them highs on ES, so to me, Friday's highs look good. Hello, Coach Aaron. Hello, man. Hello. In your experience, what time frames do you consider for a scalp? 5 minute for me is a scalp. If I'm in and out in, you know, 5, 10, 50 minutes, to me that's it's a good scalp. A day trade might be something I might hold for like, you know, 1 to 4+ hours maybe. And I kind of call a swing trade anything I'm holding for more than a couple of days. We'll be joining in airstreams in the near future. Yes, absolutely, man. Yep. Now that I'm here back in Europe, yeah, definitely. Now that I'm back here in a normal time zone, I'll be able to jump on with the guys more. It'll be cool to see if I can jump on a session when Dakota's on as well. Because I haven't been able to tune into his slow markets anymore, unfortunately. Because I'm not here in Australia, so I've been missing the slow market session. So it'd be cool to jump on Dakota on fast markets one time. Oh, good question, mate. It was back in 2020 during... I actually shared it in Discord as well. It was actually in my biggest ever gold trade, not in terms of monetary value, but in terms of a tick amount, was when they released vaccine news. It was actually in one of my videos. Let me see if I can find it. One of my OG videos. That was my biggest ever gold trade. Let me see. Aaron trades. It was when I was in Istanbul. Here, not in terms of not in terms of dollar amount. I've had way bigger dollar trades now, but in terms of a pip or tick amount back then, that was my biggest ever gold trade. And this vlog's from 4 years ago. But yeah, this is it was absolutely huge trade. Absolutely huge trade. Pretty sure it was that one. Yeah, I believe it was that one. So NQ having a little bit of a breakout here, guys. Had that 15 close. So I was considering that 30-minute flip there at NQ. If you're short if you were short the flip, what would you be looking like? So if I was short here in NQ, to me personally, I'd be managing this pretty aggressively. Let me just have a look at gold. Gold kind of wicking the lows here. First 15 minutes, close the London session here, tagging the lows, having a little bit of a breakout. Trying to anyway. Do you use daily bias time frame to your trades? Yes, absolutely. Daily is very important, man. Daily is very, very important. Trying to understand what the daily is going to do is how we were able to take our gold longs yesterday. I took gold longs yesterday. We took these longs yesterday here on stream together. All based off understanding the higher time frame, the daily and the 4 hourly. This is all based off that. This was the liquidity levels from yesterday as well. So I gave these intraday liquidity levels yesterday in our London stream, all based off the higher time frame, and that ended up giving like a 200 plus tick move. So yeah, absolutely. Daily is very, very, very important. Where can we buy stocks for long-term investment? I don't really recommend brokers, but I would do some research. There's some pretty good. There's plenty of good brokers out there. I just legally can't recommend brokers, but there's a good amount of other ones out there. Plenty to choose from. There's a lot of YouTube videos on the stock side as well. Yeah, 1 to 4 hours. Yeah, Matty, yeah, 1 to 4 hours is good, man. If I'm taking a swing trade on gold, yeah, it's probably based off the daily and the 4 hourly. I might do an hourly execution. But with my swing trades, you know, I'm not refining as much as we do here, because I can let it breathe a little bit more. I'm happy to sit in a little bit more drawdown. And I'm managing off like 4-hour closures. Good morning, man. Can you explain how GP will affect gold? Well, I'll do it better for you here. Whatever it's going to do to US dollar, it's going to do the opposite to gold. So if you go on, this is how I prefer to look at it. If you go into Forex Factory, when it's like this, you click the little folder. Yeah. So I'll tell you, actual greater than forecast, good for the currency, so good for the US dollar, bad for gold. Tells you what it measures, the notes, and why traders care. You can see previous numbers here as well. That's always what I look at for scheduled in news. If I was a bull in this range, I'd be looking at how quick we sell in the range so far. Yeah, I mean, look at this hourly. Hourly on gold's a little bit messy. I think NQ was the nice of it. Like I said, I don't trade NQ, so I'm not going to start trading it just because gold isn't giving me anything. But this on NQ does look nicer. Would you classify that as a 30-minute fake out on gold? 30-minute fake out. Let's see. Yes, definitely, man. Yep, definitely. That was the reasons for shorting. If you did get the shorts, you closed above, you closed right back below. So you had a 30-minute fake out and a nice hourly wick rejection. A nice hourly evening star here as well. So hourly evening star, 30-minute fake out. Yeah, absolutely, man. But ideally, you want to be taking them 30-minute fake outs, you know, not into this noise. Yesterday's long was also a 30-minute fake out. But yeah, this is definitely technically it's a broke above. You broke right back below. These candles here are the same 2 candles of the hourly open. So if the 30-minute closes above, then right back below, we know the hourly is going to be leaving that nice wick rejection, which again is good to go short. So 30-minute fake out, hourly evening star. In normal markets, I would absolutely short this right now. The only reason I didn't short this is because there was no real risk to reward for me, and I also just don't like this range. But that was the reason for me, yeah, wanting to go short. 30-minute fake out, hourly evening star, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. lows in the currency, 30 ticks. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, man. When you come back to the UK, please? Not for quite some time, unfortunately, man. I don't have any plans to go back to the UK. Unfortunately, all my family's in Jersey anyway, so I don't really visit the UK too much. You get a nice bounce right off these lows here in the currency. So, like I said, them lows to me were a decent management point, if not a good take profit point, because you basically hit them lows and you've already just given back. You hit the lows and you've just given back 20 ticks. Well, it was only a 30 tick range, so that's more than half of your position. So Goldie's in a little bit of range here, guys. Have a look at some other markets before we get that 30 close. What did oil get up to yesterday? Oil had a decent fake out sell. Actually, look at that fake out sell there in oil. Oil closed above the resistance, closed right back below. That's a pretty decent fake out sell there in oil. You'd be looking to short oil today. That's a pretty big fake out. Tagging 4-hour highs, kind of squeezing lower. Again, I would want to see a little bit of a pullback. Oil could be nice. I still think silver is a... One of you guys mentioned silver. I don't trade silver personally, but I still like this silver idea. Let me get rid of this. Clean this up a little bit. So to me, silver still has a decent amount of upside levels to come up and tag. We may come down and tag some lows here first, though. But again, same as what we're saying on gold. Just wait for the closure back above. You broke below this level, you've held it, you're squeezing low, so closure back above, like, you know, 38.5, and then you may get that silver range. But silver's that's more of a kind of looking like to be a bit more of a swing trade. Remember, guys, it's the final trading week of August as well. So it'll be nice to get August out of the way. I mean, it's still been a good month, but August is known to be quite a month than any other month of the year. Minimum risk to reward. I like to see at least a 1 to 2, a 1.5 minimum. Sometimes a 1 to 1. It depends what the markets give me, but what I mean by that is, you know, if I'm, you know, sometimes I might aim for a 1 to 2. The markets might only give me a 1 to 1. But if I'm aiming for a trade, like I look at it from a realistic perspective. So the reason I didn't take this short is because realistically, my targets are here. My hard stop has to go above that low. So I look at this and go, oh, it's only 0.58. It's not really worth it. You know, some people will draw their risk rule and go, well, I'm going to target all the way down here and I'm going to get a 1 to 3. Well, I don't have any reason to target these lows. Therefore, I wouldn't draw it like that. So I'll aim for a 1 to 1. So aim for like a 1.5 to 1 to 2. Sometimes I'll get more. Sometimes I might just get a 1 to 1. But with my trades, you know, I might have a hard stop above this liquidity level. But any closure back above this resistance would be my actual exit. So I'll be looking to actually cut this trade much earlier than that. So my kind of risk reward changes. But as a hard stop and a hard TP, yeah, I want to see a minimum 1.5. Ideally. Like I say, as the trade progresses, the risk reward will change. The risk reward's never fixed. But I'd say on average, 1 to 1.5, 1 to 2. Like yesterday's trade was about 1 to 2. We're targeting these highs here. It was any closure back below this level here. So it's about 1 to 2.5 yesterday. Would have been any 15-minute closure back below this level. That would have been cutting the trade. So yesterday was 2.5, which was very nice. Yes, exactly. Doomlord, exactly. Nice reminder to not get chopped up in a 5-minute range was very nice. That's it, man. Quality over quantity, man. Good night, people. Good night, man. See you tomorrow. Quality over quantity. Back to the view app. Yeah, I mean, if we can close back above, I like the longs. Definitely. I do like the longs. So it's like an 80 tick range there as well. So if we can get back above, yeah, I do like that. Currency is just kind of chopping around here. Not really too much volume here. But stay patient. Don't force it. You did a great trade yesterday. Don't just give it all back. Alpine Swiss Gold Vaults. I haven't never heard of it. Let me see. We missed out on a great attraction. We did go to the Patek Philippe Museum yesterday. That was pretty fun. The Alpine Swiss Gold Vaults. Where are they? I want to go see some gold vaults. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, that would have been fun. No, we didn't get to do it, unfortunately. That would have been good fun. Yeah, wow, cool. Where was that? Did we go there? Don't think we went there. Maybe we went to that area. That would have been sick. That's crazy. Massive. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, really cool. No, we didn't get to, yeah. Patek Philippe Museum was pretty fun yesterday. So, 30-minute closed bearish there on gold. Like I say, guys, you're right back into this range. It's not to say you can't trade in this range, but more so to say, for me personally, I'm not looking to give back yesterday's gains for the sake of taking a trade. You know, we had a great 2.5 risk reward, 50 tick trade yesterday. Do I want to take a, force a trade here and end up giving it back just for the sake of taking a trade when there's really not that much in here? Not really. Not really. Nothing too much showing up just yet. But remember, guys, you got time here. Don't like I said yesterday, guys. Remember when gold was like chopping in here? Remember I said to you guys, you have time. If you force a trade, by the time later on when the trade does shape up, you'll kick yourself for not sitting on your hands. So it might not make sense to you right now, but I promise you guys, if you come back in an hour, 2 hours, however long it may take, you will thank yourself for not getting chopped up in the range, because you want to be looking for the easier trade. Do you own any Swiss watches? Yes, I do, man. I have a Audemars PK and a Rolex. I do love watches. I'm not really a car person, but I absolutely love watches. I did go into I've never seen so many watches here in a country before. I went in so many watch shops yesterday, just looking at some ridiculous watches. There was even a Richard Mille shop, which was just insane. It's way out of my budget, but yeah, I do like watches. I like watches because they kind of hold their value pretty well as well. Like every watch I have had, I've made a little bit of money on, which has been good. If I lost a little bit as well, it's like, well, cool, I got to wear a nice watch, which is something I'm passionate about and I enjoy to wear every day, and just like a little savings account, I guess. So yeah, I do like watches. If you buy the right watches, you can, make some money on it as well. Gold is forming a double bottom on a 30. I mean it is, but then I kind of look at the currency chart and not so much. Sean said to keep it down.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, currency chart. I mean, A little bit, not really, because you did just tag the lows. I'm also looking at this in, like, if this starts to close more bullish, in the back of my mind I'm thinking, okay, cool, this hourly's probably going to start to leave a bit of a big wick rejection. So I can kind of see what you're saying. You know, you do have 2 equal lows here, but you did just tag the liquidity here. So you kind of just grab the lows here and you're having a bit of a bounce. So depending on how much you push from here, if you push more, then, you know, the hourly's holding resistance, holding support. That's the reason I'm not jumping in trades. Wrong chart here, guys. So I think, you know, I think there'll be some good trades there on gold, but we just want to see a little bit of breakout. Oh, good question. If you had the budget, what watch would you buy? RM. RM11. Yeah. What's that? RM11. Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Which one? This one? Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. How much are these?
I don't know. 250 maybe.
Crazy. No, I buy a Patek Philippe after the museum yesterday.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun. 15-minute morning star I've taken out. No, yeah, I see that, Ben. Definitely, that's kind of what I'm looking at here as well. But the only thing is, I'm kind of looking at is, it's like, yeah, there is a 15-minute morning star shaping up, but again, where's your targets? Like, where are you buying into? Look at the hourly time frame. Your wicking highs holding resistance, wicking lows holding support. Time to start investing in Pokemon cards. So I can see that 15-minute morning star as well, man. I take a 15-minute morning star play when I have higher time frame reasons to go long. Outgrown gold. So if I don't have a reason to go long, then, you know, I don't just want to take a 15-minute morning star just because it's a 15-minute morning star. I would take a 15-minute morning star, you know, below a liquidity level, for example. Like here yesterday, our buys yesterday was a 15-minute morning star. But the reason we were buying this 15-minute morning star yesterday is because we were trading below 4-hour lows. We had daily highs as liquidity targets. We had a huge push here. And we had a bullish daily bias. So buying that 15-minute morning star was much nicer yesterday because we kind of weren't, you know, yesterday we weren't buying against this. To me, higher time frame has more weight, and this evening star makes me a little bit skeptical. So I would take a 15-minute morning star if this hourly closes back above, and let's say the hourly pulls back to here. A 15-minute morning star from this region, absolutely, man. Yep, absolutely. That would be a much nicer place to look for a 15-minute morning star. Same as the fake out trades, you know. You guys don't want to be looking for fake out trades just for the sake of a fake out trade. You want to be looking for a fake out trade in confluence with your higher time frame. So for instance, yesterday, this is the reason I said I wasn't shorting here on gold. I wasn't trying to short this breakout. Why was I not trying to short this breakout? Well, I wasn't looking for sells. My bias is bullish coming into the day. Therefore, when I see this breaking out, I'm looking for fake out buys because that follows my original bias. So the reason I didn't take this fake out sell, although, you know, this is a fake out sell, it's very valid. I don't have reason to short, therefore I just won't take this one. You don't want to be taking every single, you know, reversal and liquidity pattern that we see, you know, the fake outs, the morning stars, the evening stars, the liquidity grabs. You want to be taking them trades at good levels where you have reasons for price to come higher. So for me right now, this hourly is kind of holding resistance, holding support. We have a lot of noise to the left, which we already spoke about before we even started breaking down the markets. So you just have to be a little bit patient on gold. But if gold breaks back above here, you know, you're going to have a really nice longs here today. So like I said to you guys, you know, don't force it, because by the time gold does break out and it gives you a much nicer trade, you'll kick yourself. NQ was probably the nicer player this morning. I don't trade NQ actively, but I like to break it down for you guys. The reason NQ was nice here is you tagged hourly highs, held the resistance, and kind of squeezed lower. So it was a bit of a 30-minute flip there. But again, I don't have much downside target, so I'd probably even just be locking in the quick, you know, 20 points or something like 25 points maybe. I wouldn't be trying to hold this for a big play. What do you have back up into the highs? Yeah, not that much. Not that much. So let's see this next 15-minute close on gold, guys. If it doesn't give us too much, you know, we'll see if we start to break out back above, I'd say 34.28, then I'm interested. Buys above 34.28, all the way back up into 36 looks nice. Are you copying my homework? He's trying to look at my screen. Copying my homework. The euro, yep, definitely. Bangkok trading, what up, man? Euro for sure. Yeah, I agree, so yeah, absolutely. The alert feature would be fantastic. Alerts are our lifesavers always. My trading view is literally just full of alerts. For stocks, gold, I always have alerts on the charts. I literally have so many alerts here. Because you always got to be, you know, you can be aware of what price is doing without being glued to it. And alerts, yeah, are my absolute lifesaver. So yeah, I'm sure they'll get it on Topstep X soon. Looking at the euro, euro is interesting. I think the euro is going to have a decent dip down here. Let me just have a quick look at the higher time frame. You know, you had that huge monthly bearish closure last month in July. You're pulling back here. Remember, guys, it's the last trading day of August as well. So sometimes it's good just to have a quick look at the monthly time frame just to see where you're at. You know, we're not swing trading, but when you're 3 trading days away from closing, it's like good to have a quick look. Oh, nice. Talked about it on TopstepTV a couple of days ago. Nice. Yeah, alert feature will be amazing. Absolutely. Goldie having a bit of a squeeze high, guys. The reason I said I'm not shorting gold. Now, daily time frame here on the euro. What was nice here is we came up, we tagged some nice highs, had a beautiful sell-off. So I like the euro to go lower. Now, the only thing with wanting the euro to go lower is we are at massive daily support right now. It's the only thing here. We're at massive, massive daily support. You had a nice sell-off here yesterday into the New York session. Again, came up, tagged highs, closed bearish. Then you continued selling off. So with where it is now, I know it's not ideal, but it's a little bit difficult because we're right back at the support. So I do like the euro to continue squeezing lower. But again, if we're going to short the euro, I'm not going to sell it this low. You know, I'd see a little bit of a pullback here and then see if you can continue shorting it. But to me, yeah, sells on euro make the most sense, especially with the way this monthly is looking as well. Personally, I wouldn't be buying the euro. Gold having a nice little squeeze here, guys. Gold having a nice little squeeze. Which trading subscription do I have? Premium. I have it on premium, I believe. Where are we? Yeah, I have premium. Every now and again, you get some good sales. I think I had a Black Friday sale on TradingView. I got it for very cheap. So this is what we're working with here on gold, guys. This is completely what I expected. This is the reason I've stayed a little bit patient here, guys. I know I'd love to take another trade with you guys here today like we did yesterday, but again, we have to follow the plan. We have to follow the plan. High time frame's key. Once it does close above, cool. You've got great longs for the rest of the day. And NQ squeezing lower as well. Again, same as NQ. You know, I don't really have, you know, I like the shorts here, but below these levels, I don't really have too much downside target. So if you guys did short NQ off price wick in that hourly high, to me, I would just be locking this in. TradingView is currently up to 80% off. Wow, there you go. Nice one, Corey. Apparently it's up to 80% off right now. So if you do want it, now's a pretty good time. Let's have a look. RM69. Oh wow, that's crazy. What the hell is that? Yeah, what the hell? That's crazy. Really? That's crazy. What the hell? How did they put that into a watch? I have no idea. So yeah, I think actually it depends on where you're at. I think there's different sales on TradingView depending on where you're at. It's really weird like that. So remember, guys, gold closures on the hourly time frame back above this for longs. YouTube, guys, I will wrap up there because I think you're going to have to wait for this hourly close. And we've broken down the charts pretty well here this morning. No trades for me here in the London session, but we did have very nice buys yesterday. And I do still think we're going to get some nice buys tomorrow today as well. But I think it's going to be very likely 10 to 11, if not closer to pre-New York. So I will let you guys go. I appreciate you taking time to tune in. Great session today. No trades taken, but still lots of value shared. It's always good to jump on with you guys and catch up. So I will see you guys same time again tomorrow. Be looking for the longs you have by liquidity levels. And I'll see you guys then. Trade safe, guys. Don't trade this range. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.